Well, hey, audio, everyone. Lost Later here again, and we're back in action for some more Danganronpa attraction. Because I was trying to get Splatoon 2 to work for me, but it did not happen. So, might as well Chapter 4, right? Continue Chapter 4. So we're at the daily life. We just discovered a dead body. But whom could have been the murderer? It's an interesting case today. As we take on a little concern here. Huh?
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Koiko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or reaction? I had to go get them! I had to go get the others! On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone. What? Ogre?
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Koiko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered. And by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was you, Hiro, Bakuya, Tako. One of you killed Sakura. What?
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation. Don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file!
That's right, it's the next Monokuma file.
Yeah!
And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that blue little face of yours. Now then, with that hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words...
And then I killed her. Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to be the most regrettable end without even getting a chance to finish things with me.
Phew!
Which, thank God for that. Saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she's violated her rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
Well done!
I don't know who it was, or whoever the Blacken is this time. I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe him one? Let's see, before we get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
Because I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't forgive you.
I hate him! I hate this whole thing! Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. We can't do that. We're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is god number 1. But we need one more. Koiko, that's you.
what?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Bakuya, Tako, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
Huh?
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura!
I won't forgive
I
you.
won't let someone like that come anywhere near here.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. It means I have to use force. You're not getting in here.
Shh.
Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let us all of us in. Just let me.
What?
What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
No, don't really care. I'd
Aha!
rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving a master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided!
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to this request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine. Guess that's okay. No matter what, Bakuya, you actually aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. We can't uncover Sakura's killer.
listen to me.
All of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we could do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. And now we start the investigation times. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems at some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Ugh, that sounds horrible. I hate vomiting in general. Vomiting of blood is especially hurting because you do feel that blood. It comes from your body.
Hey,
I think that this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And the door had been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So the door was locked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window? That's like Zero Escape, right? Hey, that's a reference to Zero Escape, even though it kind of isn't, but hey, I like to think so. Now I want to take a short time to say, if y'all have not played Zero Escape, please play Zero Escape. It makes far more sense than this game does. That's not a full-on bash to Danganronpa, but I'm just telling y'all right now, it does make a lot more sense. And I love Zero Escape. Zero Escape is a great series. But suffice to say, this is a puzzler of a puzzle.
In other words,
This is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder. I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
Hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means the killer commits his crime, and then through some special method, seals the door. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second time is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push the switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gate in the door. Something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school. And the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we probably crossed that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's open. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else. And that's that. That sounds like it could have been a possibility. Maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words,
By that I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see, this is a lot like in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we crossed that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities? And Koiko, which of these 4 choices seem the most likely in this case?
It's true.
It's a good question. Answer that should be our primary focus during this trial. Right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Okay. Well, hey, Jamie Boy, how you doing? Got your nice little tentacle monsters and such. Right now, I gotta just do all this bit. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. It's like all in the room. Like every little bit here is in the room. So let's check this blood on the ground. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It's been from Sakura, right? That doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from when she died? Magazine shelf blood stain. Ooh. Alright, I guess we just checked the magazine shelf. The same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Ooh, magazines! It's a dying medium! There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how they get those figures inside the bottle? They probably just do like the weird little construction thing inside. You mayo or ketchup? Oh, for Splatoon? The Splatfest? Ketchup, please! Mayo is a second-rate condiment. Like, it legitimately is. I'm just sorry to sidetrack here, but that's the truth. Like, you can't have just mayo on something. You need mayo, and mayo enhances the actual flavor of the condiment that's primer. That's how you do it.
So,
It's no different from your standard chip in a bottle. Huh? You know, when the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Alright. Coolio. Yeah, a nice little treat to like various like locked room puzzle things. Huh? The locker's open. And there on the inside That's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing there? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
It looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding that here in the locker. They left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group?
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does that handprint mean? Okay, I don't know what that means. Oh, we can still be friends then? Oh, good. Thank goodness, Streamy. I was about to say, if you were Team Mayo, that'd be weird and awkward. I don't understand how anyone could be that. I mean, ketchup also looks like blood, too, so it has that factor going for it. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and there are the top and bottom sections of the bottle, right? So that must have originally been a bottle. Oh yeah, it's the Monokuma bottle. There's something on the ground here, near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Okay. I feel like I'm starting to make sense of the things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle is sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which means Sakura must have been hit on the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evident of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Oh, what's this? What is this little note thing? This looks like some kind of wrapper. Huh? That's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave the candy to Sakura? I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we got into the warehouse, I took the entire box back into my room and made sure nobody else got their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean...
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. And that's why I gave it to her. And now, they've all lost their flavor. Hina. You thought blood was pink? This game is a lie. The reason why blood is pink, I'm not sure if I mentioned this beforehand or not, but I'll mention it now for your sake, Jamie, is because the censorship laws in Japan are really dumb and stupid. Basically meaning that, like, hey, you know what, we can't have a lot of violence, but they have a lot of, like sexual stuff and whatnot. So it's pretty much the exact opposite of America land. So what they decided to do for the blood is just go, we're gonna make it pink. And then by the time that it came over here and everything like that, the law changed and they could have actually had blood. And they're just like, we're going to keep the blood as pink for aesthetic reasons. And that's the case of the pink blood. Mystery solved. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. It could be a special chair, though. You don't know. Jeez, Nagi. I'll just rule it out. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink. And it's empty. Sakura must have drank in it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. She mentioned more that once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know, but still, this protein can got a label that says Chem A2. That reminds me. Sakura mentioned how the Chem lab had all kinds of healthy stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the cam? Shards of light blue glass. They must have been parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to have to take note of that. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure how I see how... Alright, empty protein drink. So it's probably on top of the chair or something. Okay, so we're probably gonna check the door. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened of course when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used in the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There's no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer would must have created a locked room from the inside, not from the outside. Okay, who else do I have left? We'll talk to Hina.
What the heck?
We already know who did it!
I won't forgive you.
Fukuya, Tako, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. When I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I had stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets. I know. Okay, so we got one of those. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly this wouldn't have needed to if they expected to stand any chance of it against her. God, that was really just a tongue twister for me. Ugh.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. Would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster. So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Akuya says he didn't go see her? Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I had no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Oh, okay. Thanks. Alright, so Bakuya's account is that he's an asshole. I mean, there's nothing against that, just what he is. Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Rumor wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma files, she had also vomited blood. I can see traces of blood on her lips for sure. What would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Alright, so we got that. If her getting a hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? No, not that kind of... Like, that drama would not happen. Not a chance. Bakuya?
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then...
I should probably go talk with the people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
So why I decided you'll go in my place? She's decided? She's got a little more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Okay. Alright then, so I guess we go out. Oh. It was my fault. I was looking at it. Okay. Yeah, just press the O button to exit, not press the thing for that. Those other 2 are probably back in their rooms. Okay. Oh, thank goodness it teleported me. That's the good stuff right there. Alright, so the first one is over here. Oh, never mind. Is it like over here then? Is it right here? Nope. There it is. There she goes. Press the doorbell. After a few seconds. Huh?
Who's there?
Ah, the most negative aurora I've ever felt. An aurora of decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about! Bakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with my master? Oh, I just said to, didn't I? Now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get that note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Tako claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no other choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? I'm going back to my room. With that, Tako quickly retreated into her room. Alright, there's the count for Tako. We should have one over here. I think he's like the last one. Nope. Okay, so right here? Yeah, there we go. After a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Do you need something? Yeah, actually, I wanted to check out something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How do you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have our special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. However told me herself that she asked Bakuya and Tako to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Well, would she ask me to meet with her, of course? But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then, you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong!
No way! I totally didn't! Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually...
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office.
Don't look at me!
I haven't seen her since then! Well, I'm here. Could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Here was, filling around his pockets.
Hey, come on!
Oh, sorry. It looks like I don't have it anymore. A big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. When he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
Huh? What?
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on!
Sorry. Just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never met. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Alright, cool. Okay, so I've heard from Tako and Hiro. What next? Okay, so we have to look at the crime scene again? Maybe I should go find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have been come from the chem lab. Go to the chem lab, obviously. You're going to the good old chem lab. But yeah, Hiro definitely did something suspicious. He did. That was the candy wrapper. I mean, come on now. There's gonna be our big old clue right there. In terms of other things and whatnot. No wonder why Hiro predicted there'd be no more murders. If he committed the murder. Dun dun dun! Then again, Genocide Jack could have been the one. Because, you know, like, oh, Genocide Jack, don't come back. I don't know what I need to look for again. So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Koiko about Tako and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see. So along with Bakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. It's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying?
Anyway...
Well, I made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, a shelf of magazines, and Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. What? Why do I have to look them over? Alright, fine. Let's look at the magazine covers. Signing clue. Clue. Oh, the magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine. I flipped through it. This is on one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word that was written in bold, bloody tears. It said taco. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear he found it. Koiko, is this?
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write this. Dying message.
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the only one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it like that a while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it. For the benefits of the other who might come look. Hey, is that... It says taco, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why she would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything If anything, it makes that much more suspicious. Alright, so, what were the other things? The candy wrapper, I think, was the other one? Was that the other one? Gave it to Sakura. She got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? Okay, so that was that bit. On the locker?
Why?
Okay. Yeah, that's that little bit. So that ain't it then. What are the other bits? This thing? No, don't leave the area. Let me do. Why did you get the door? Don't get the door. There we go. That's what I wanted.
So...
Okay.
Correct.
So what are the other things? Sakura's body?
Just a second.
Sakura's body. Staring off into space isn't going to help you figure out anything. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey.
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
Whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Koiko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times... I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry. Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Her shoes.
Correct.
You see the yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Alright, cool.
Hey.
Next to the wound to her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Koiko's explanation summary has been added. Okay. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Koiko could have pulled that off. Alright, were the shards of glass like an extra thing? So this. Okay, new clue with the Monokuma bottles. There is 2 missing. There's 2 of them missing.
Hey.
So did he figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and be sure to find it. Yeah, there's only 1 bottle that's broken, but there's 2 bottles missing. Hey Koiko, can't you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come up with their own conclusions, so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust... it's not because you just don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Well, yeah, I mean, trust is earned, buddy.
Hey.
You pretty much decimated that the first time she got. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
Anyway...
You gather all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle. Try to get the smaller pieces, too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
You're already done with a thorough investigation, so that's fine. And the noxious Kikuya is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. Oh, that Koiko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but... What choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work, collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights? Of what? The pieces of glass you collected in one of the monochrome bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It will make sense when we're done.
listen.
First is compare the weight of the two of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced.
In other words,
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect? Well, a normal assumption would be either they're balanced out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here or there.
so then,
Okay then, let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier. How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together,
hey,
and I believe you arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. Well, there's two bottles there, but one of the Monokuma pieces are missing, so that's a bit. There, I finally finished examining all the things Kleiko mentioned. I did find some new clues. When it comes to locker room puzzles, I'm still totally clueless.
hey,
Oh, I just remembered. There was something I wanted to tell you. I saw Bakuya in the chem lab when I went to go get the scale.
whew,
I didn't want to deal with him, so I took great pains to sneak in and out without him noticing me. And
so,
if you haven't checked out the chem lab, you should probably do that, since I couldn't do it myself. You know, the protein can we found at the murder scene must have come from the chem lab. I think you're right. I should probably take a look around that area.
indeed.
Alright, so I gotta go do that now. Gotta go to chem lab, which I honestly forgot where it's at. I think it's one of the newest areas. So I gotta go up the stairs again. Up another flight of stairs. Where are the flight of stairs? I could always like never find them. Really bad. This where is that? Yeah. Okay. The school is very big, by the way. It's kind of weird how big it is. Yeah, it's like right here. There we go.
What?
Makoto, do you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. No, that's not what I meant at all. That's not a thing. Really? Just those? That's it? Nothing else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just whatever this is. I mean, there's spilt things right there. This is my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. More importantly right now, what's the powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Okay. So what is this mess? It's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is that where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. We'd like to hear something interesting. I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out. And at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been
So, in
spilled.
other words,
That's right. It could have only have been around the time of the incident. That really is what happened. It must be related to the case somehow. Okay. What else is there? Oh, there's like 3 different things here. These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an uncertain smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and pen.
What?
Well, let's go. Chop, chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So, how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me.
I see.
So when we look at this, interesting. It would appear that whatever left of these footprints only had business with the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to the shelf, and did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto. Are they yours? No?
What?
Okay. Then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm the size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Bakuya did. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit that these are not your footprints. Unfortunately, but for how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And then these prints are really a valuable clue. Okay. So what's an A? Is A like poisons or health stuff? These are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving until shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait! There's one bottle that's labeled Chem C9. Someone had put it in there on accident? So on this shelf looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're regencies. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring around a chemical reaction. Now, how have you lived in such elegance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, do you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with letter B and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about the shelf. On this shelf is... Oh, one look and I could tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All these containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section C. I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagencies, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. What concerns me is that Section A, there was a bottle with a label with Section C. What was the bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. Okay. Then we gotta look at the no footprint, I guess. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. Should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the position of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Bakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Oh! Looks like we're already done here.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Isn't it time already? But we're right in the middle of figuring out this locked room mystery. I'll just try to tie up all the loose ends at the class trial. No, I absolutely will figure everything out. Dang, dude. This is one of the fastest investigations. I guess it's only going to go fast from here on out because we only have so many people. Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up, one after another. But then, the ultimate martial artist, the locked room murder mystery.
What?
What the? Oh, I just recently discovered the power of emoticons. No, like, no matter how awful something is, you talk with a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic, you find a dead body, XD. It's just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse?
Phew.
No matter how great something is, you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you have 100 friends. Ugh.
What?
He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see y'all there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Taco, you were involved in several murders up until this day.
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt, one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us?
What the heck?
Because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you?
Don't look at me!
I said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me. The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that.
Hey,
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going.
What the heck?
How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it? Without even breaking a sweat? I mean, people are heartless monsters, Hina. Just get over it. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. With each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rotten from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower. Suddenly, as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really?
This is kind of depressing.
So few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's our fault we're all that. Well, that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Now then, are you ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly clash trial. So yeah, as per always, we're gonna end here really quick, and we're gonna be coming back. Unless you're on YouTube, and then you have to wait for like, I don't know, a day or so. I don't know. Or shoot, if it's like later on in the future, then you got like the ability to just go like, I'll go on the next video. I don't know how it works. Shoot. I'll see y'all in a bit either way, regardless. Alright? Till next time, sayonara. Bye bye.